Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever and whenever you happen to be watching this. Risco no Osaka coming at you with some more Enter the Gungeon. It's been a long time. It's been a long time and a lonely road, but we're Gungeon in it again with the I just dropped off the ledge. I need to remember how to play again. We're doing the Gungeon thing because we're just gonna do it. Gonna rock it from the sockets. I don't care what happens. Just gonna shoot lots of stuff. We shot stuff last night and I don't remember any of it, which I mean, it's fine. Memory, right? It's completely overrated. All these folks talking about, like, can remember stuff. Whatever. Like, it's even worth, do you wanna remember it? I don't know. I'm guessing not. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm no good at Winchester's game unless I'm flying and cheating. So we're gonna avoid that. Because we're neither flying nor cheating at this exact moment. Which is more to say that we don't have the ability to do so. Not that we wouldn't avail ourselves of that if it were available to us. Fuck it. It's a brown chest. What do I care? Just give me stuff. I'll take your junk. Eventually, I might get Surjunculon, and Surjunculon could win the game for us. I would like that. I want easy mode, honestly, when we get down to it. I'm on semi-easy mode, but still not, as easy as it could be. Crumbs! Yeah, we deserve that. We deserved it. We deserved getting hit twice. Because, we're bad players, basically. Gungeon is not our fort. Neither is it our forte. And so we'll probably die a lot. I'm going with a lot. That's usually how these things work out for us. Trusty lockpicks. I mean, they're not bad. Spice also. Monster Blood is pretty rockin'. I don't know. Like, it seems like there's some good stuff there to be had. But we have to survive to get it. And it's not guaranteed. Really, I mean, there are no guarantees in life besides death. And if you're poor, taxes. If you're rich, like, you probably don't have to worry about the taxes that much. Probably you got, like, some way of screwing the system. But if you're poor, then the taxes are gonna come. So wanna watch out for those. I'm not conceptually speaking anti-tax. It's basically the way that we make sure that the folks who could not participate in the economy safely have support and stability. So, I mean, honestly, like, please, you should pay your taxes, but on the other hand, like, a lot of times they send your taxes to places you don't really want or need them to go. Like the 6 Kyrgyzstan yen that we're going to be spending on the Olympics. The failed Olympics, I should add. You know, like that's also paid for through the taxes, and I would rather that it was not. That would make me very happy. We just got hit there because we deserved it. Are you gonna not do that anymore? This dude is he's just a jag? And we still don't have enough for Monster Blood. We need... This is also a brown chest. And ergo, it is not worth my limited key supply. Are there more rooms that we could hit up? Like, I don't know if we're gonna be able to buy Monster Blood. And I want it. My precious. No, we don't go to the oubliette. Because you know what's gonna happen. We go to the oubliette, we're gonna die. And I'm strangely not interested in the dying. Oh good. Okay, we lucked out. Trigger Twins are probably, for us, the easiest boss, which doesn't mean that we're gonna get through this unscathed, but it does mean that we've got the best chances of doing so. So, I mean, it could have been frickin' Bullet King. And Bullet King is an absolute bastard who hates everything that is good and just in this world. And we don't like that. We don't like that at all. Okay, now he's pissed off. But that's okay. That's okay. We just stay back here, do our rolls when we need to, and we've got this. Maybe. Perhaps. I don't know. Yes! Okay, we got it. See? That was easy. We did it. We got keys. We got the Predator. High-tech swear marks. And we got enough for the Monster Blood. And, I mean, who doesn't like Monster Blood? Enjoy. I will. I am filled with enjoyment. I hope to fill you with enjoyment as well. It's hard to say. Really, I'm not sure. Like, I like to think that we do, but, you know, maybe we don't. I don't know. Do we, like, Predator or Slinger? I don't have Kronos here, unfortunately. Hopefully, he will show up later, because Kronos is the Gungeon master. And if there's anybody who could tell us, like, what weapons we should be focusing on, it would be Kronos. So let's hope. Oh, crumbs. I got hit. Now, the one problem about Monster Blood is that it's, like, its proc effect is on the ground. So all the flying enemies are just gonna ignore it. And that's not cool. That's not cool at all. But so far, we seem to be doing okay. These bulletkin are not giving us too much trouble, considering like how very, very deeply rusty that we are. And we are, like, excessively rusty. The last time I played Gungeon was actually on stream. So that's, I mean, a while back. And I don't... That was me. That was totally me. I don't remember how far back that was. Just that it's long enough that all of my Gungeon muscle memory is gone, basically. We're gonna go with gone. I think that's the word that we want. It's an adjective. It means no longer here. Okay, this asshole, though, honestly, it thinks it's so cool because it shoots out like the death arrows, and they continue after it is dead. And it's like, look at me, I'm so badass, but actually not that much of a badass. Mostly just an annoyance. Unless the room is really tight. In which case, then, absolutely a problem. Oh, crumbs! Excuse me, but, why are you here? See, I mean, they're just... Sometimes the monstros can be very rude. Excessively so, I would say. Armor sounds pretty good. I'm gonna hold off on it for right now. I'm gonna hold off on it just for the moment. Because maybe we're gonna want that money for something else. I don't have any idea what, but, you know, just something. That was lucky. I'm 100% okay with how that turned out. Now, if we could teleport to here, this is all part of my amazing plan that is gonna win us the game. Like you don't even know. We're gonna win so hard. It's gonna be absolutely, actually absurd. People will look at this run in the future of tomorrow, and they'll be like, how did she win this run? How did she go from such a position of weakness to such a position of strength? And it'll all be because of, I don't know, like there was a bit there I was doing, and then it just disappeared. The bit is gone. Like a Fiona Apple song. The bit is dead. But that's okay. Who needs bits? Anyways, really, like when you get down to it. Excuse me? Are you still alive? And how? And why? They talk about the bit economy, but I think really in the end, it's all just a big fabrication. I love it. I am 100% okay with this. Now there should be one more chest. Gonna hold off on using the RPG for right now, because it might be better for us to save that for the boss. Woohoo! They sound so excited to die. Which, I mean, who isn't? Really? When you get down to it. Not me. I'm not interested in the death at this exact moment. Ask me again in like another day or so. Maybe I'll feel differently. Oh, yes. Give me toys. Flak bullets, catch some. What are you? Oh, I don't need your ammo. Pfft, whatever. That the rat is being rude to me, and that's okay. I don't care. I'm gonna go with the RPG launcher. We're gonna fuck shit up. It's the Anaconda. And I actually like the Anaconda. More than other bosses that I could be fighting right now. I mean, definitely I like it more than the Mind Flayer. Because the Mind Flayer, like, fucks my shit up every single time, and I hate it. We could conceivably do okay. And we are, so far, doing relatively okay against the Anaconda. Now, this could go sideways at any point. We should keep that in mind. The Anaconda fight is not an easy one. It's just more forgiving than other boss fights. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Anaconda. I appreciate your hard work. I appreciate your excellence. I appreciate you dying. Oh shit! Excuse the fuck out of me, but actually though, what? I got spring heel boots. I don't even fucking know. I got cigarettes, but we can't use the cigarettes, unfortunately. As heavy a smoker as I may be, and I am, and it's not a good thing, but we can't use cigarettes unless we get Crisis Core, in which case then we can completely rock the smokes. I feel this urge to burp, and it's really kind of gross, so, you know, that's the thing. Probably not a thing that should share with everyone, but at the same time, it's true, so, you know, I don't want to lie. Let's stick with PtaER. Yes, actually, I think PtaER is... Wait, what? What? Why are we taking damage? From what? From whence? From whom? I honestly don't know. Like, we took that damage. There's no question about that. But why? Maybe the game is just fucking with me. It's possible. I mean, Gungeon do be like that sometimes. You just minding your own business, and then it's just like, alright, we're just gonna fuck with you a little bit, you know? Hope you don't mind. You're like, yeah, actually, Gungeon, I kinda mind. But they don't care. It just be doing its thing. Maybe... I mean, I'm not taking damage from my own monster blood, am I? Because that would be foolish. I should just rolled over that thing. I don't know why I didn't. Alright, we've got this executioner. And I mean, it's sexy, but also wants to kill me. As does everything in Gungeon. Os Kronos! A pleasure as always to see you. I hope you are very, very well tonight. Alp Life is treating you gently and with the respect that you deserve. I am Gungeoning. It's been a long time, been a long lonely long time. I somehow managed to perfect the Anaconda, as well as the Trigger Twins. Although the Trigger Twins are a little bit more, like, expected, I think. Anaconda was a little bit of a surprise. Crumbs! I don't need this damage! Game? Also, 3-dot rats. We don't have the rat key, so that's not a thing. This particular run. Unfortunately. I know how much we love to see Rat King deaths, but this is not a flawless rat kill run, unfortunately. This is just this is a warm-up run because, you know, rust. We're very rusty. Like, I don't remember the last time that we actually played Gungeon, so I figured, you know, like, just gonna shake it off, like an Avril Lavigne song. Get rid of some of this rust. Wingman. I like Wingman, but I also don't have any money, so, you know, that's a problem. But if we can pull that off, we need 126, which honestly is kind of a big ask. Even with fairly good play, I think 126 might be asking a lot. Oh, shit. We have the Master of Unlocking, so if we play well, we get keys. But also we can cosplay as Jill, so, like, that's basically what anybody wants. I mean, Jill's got a lot going on. She's not Claire. In the Resident Evil sense, not anybody who watches on stream sense. That would be probably uncomfortable. You went invisible. Could steal from the shop if you can replicate the effect. Oh, hey, I like that. I I think we need to reload. Like, we're invisible while we are reloading. I think. We'll see if we can't get that to proc. Oh, crumbs. Okay, like, but now it's not gonna die. Fudge. Like, what do we do? Crap. Yeah, okay, so it only procs... Yeah. Okay, so that actually, that worked. I didn't think it was going to be that easy, but, you know, I'll take what we can get. Now, where's the shop? Way the fudge up there. But I want my wingman. And I'm going to get it. And I'm going to get it good. Come to me, wingman. Alright. That was, you know, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with a little light theft. As long as it serves our purposes, which it does. I would like some more ammo. Because the Predator here is... I could enter the green door because I got Curse. Ooh. Fancy pants. I may actually try that. Devolver. I don't like Devolver. I think it's a bad gun. And it only serves to get you the bow enemies. Which, I mean, granted is kind of cool, but still not really what we need. Shellington Key, Daruma, Mimic Tooth Necklace. But I can't get the Mimic Tooth Necklace because I don't have enough keys. Fudge. I don't need any of that. Definitely worth stealing key. Do you mean the Shellington Key? Because we could do that. Oh, sorry about that. I didn't mean to shoot you. I do not want to play you because you're a jerk. Alright, let's do this. And by do this, I mean let's kill the boss. And by kill the boss, I mean let's just kill the boss. Fuck. It's Mind Flayer. Or it's Cannonball Rug. Also sucks. There goes our perfect. That double goes our perfect. I don't know if the RPG launcher is the best for this fight. But I know that Wingman is really doing some heavy lifting for us. I can't shoot. I clearly can't shoot. Ah! Please just die. I know it's asking a lot. Damn it. Other than Key, all I can see is worth getting is gun friends. A gun friendship, but that's your call. I think we're okay. I'm gonna hope I hear the obvious answer, but did you see any point... Did you at any point see the cactus gun and willingly avoid it? No, I have not seen the cactus gun. But if I had seen it, I would have definitely picked it up. Because I like cacti, basically. It's not a very good reason, but, you know, it's true, so we're gonna go with that. Womp womp. It's the saddest trombone because I don't remember anything. Is Devolver even doing anything? It did kind of feel that way, didn't it? That was weird, right? Like, it's not normally remote control like that. Oh, crumbs. Yeah, we don't want that dude to be running around, basically. I guess Devolver works as a wastable room clearer, in the sense that I don't care about it. Oh, crumbs. Really, though? Really? I think they made Devolver better at some point by making enemies drop additional shells per transformation. I did not realize that, and that's a good thing to know. I mean, it is good at making things less deadly than they were. So I suppose I should give it that much. We are taking way too much damage. Clearly it is the 4th floor. I don't know. Like, I'm not super happy with our health at the moment. And I'm not super happy with our ammo at the moment. So we might be in a bit of a pickle. They've got the fish gun. I mean, I love the fish gun. I have to. I have to. There is a small fish sticking out of my fish gun that appears to be holding another gun. I don't know how I feel about that. Except that I love it. Okay, Skellington, you need to die. Fishgun has learned gun. And gun-type Pokemon are strong against all other Pokemon? I'm pretty sure. Not 100%, but... Please, give me my fish gun. Thank you. What is with this thing? Except weird looking. And I do love it, but at the same time I don't like 100% know how I feel about it. It's not shooting, I mean it is shooting fish, but wait, it's shooting fish that are also sometimes shooting fish. Look at this thing, it's got a gun. What? I don't even know. And I'm okay with that. I don't need to know. Devolver, what have you done? Why have you done this? You geniuses. You just absolute geniuses. Also, like, the fish set things on fire. So that's a whole thing. I probably could spend your keys at Longshop before moving now that you had the S key. That's a really good point. And I had not considered that at all. I should have done. Because it's very sensible. That was me. That was totally me. I shouldn't have taken that damage. And I feel a deep sense of shame. To be fair, I often forget I have the S key shortly after I get it, so I lose out on a lot of easy loot. I mean, that's a mood. It's a total mood. There's too many moving things on the screen at this moment. I cannot keep track of everything, and it all needs to stop. Hey, Keyboy. I think I've seen that before. Oh, hello there. Do you think you'd help me map this place out again? I'll give you something I found in a chest earlier as a reward. Do you think you'd help me map? Sure. I mean, why not? Buddy, I'm there for you. There are so many fish. Just fish everywhere. And this is how it should be. Basically. The world is fish. It's the Elder Blank. I mean, why not take some more curse? Fucking Grey Mouser. Are you good? Are you suddenly good now, Grey Mouser? A Grey Mouser also lets us go into stealth mode. That's genius. I did not know that. but I kind of love it. We have so much curse now. I hate this. Oh, I hate this. Blockner, you are a D-bag. You are a total D-bag, and you need to just stop everything. Why are you bleeding? Why was Blockner bleeding like that? That was very strange. I don't know why that happened, but I kind of love it. Like, Blockner was just bleeding from his eyes for no reason. As one does, I suppose. Again, look at this thing. It's just blood everywhere. Is that a Grey Mouser thing? I don't think I've seen that before. So much blood. Oh shit, we're empty. Map complete. Nice job. Bullet time. But we've already got Elder Blank, so probably not. The only other gun I know that deals bleed is Strafe Gun. Okay. The shot bow. I don't really like the shot bow. I'm gonna buy some hearts, because fuck it, why not? And I'm gonna go talk to the key boy. Shot bow is offensively boring to fire. I don't find it particularly interesting. And the plunger. That's great. I'm totally impressed with the fact that you gave us the plunger. Thank you so much. Fuck. Okay, this is okay. This is okay. It's not okay. Totally not okay. I should remember that we have the Elder Blank. That's a total thing that we've got. Fuck! Sorry if I'm not looking at chat right at the moment. This is, it's a fight that gives me a lot of trouble. Nah, so... Oh, hi! I hope that you're very well tonight. Sorry that you have VR issues. I did use the Elder Blank a little bit. Poorly. Cactus. Sitting here wishing on a cement floor. Just wishing that I had something you wore. Bloody your hands on a cactus tree. Wipe them on your dress. And send it to me. Or not, you know, because that, I mean, the whole song feels kind of creepy, and yet it's like one of the most romantic songs I can think of. So obviously, like, my my parameters for romance are maybe kind of fucked. It's a thing. Now, I don't know that... Well, hello? Excuse me? Is this what Cactus does? I don't know that we win, because I am still myself. Which means not a particularly great player, but certainly we've got a better chance at it now. Although I could do without these little guys. Because they suck. Also, the taking all the extra damage. A cactus is quite good. We could still lose. And easily lose, but the synergistic effect with cactus is pretty filthy. Filthy in the best ways. But filth. Shit. I don't know Cactus the developer? Buy a ration and then use it. Okay. Did that help? I mean, we got HP back, so I guess that helped. Oh shit! Why am I on fire? Why am I on fire? I fucking hate fire. I hated that. I hated that. That was terrible. That was the blurst. I don't even know. I'm doing stuff. Oh shit. Excuse me. Please don't. I need everything to not kill me. And definitely gonna get the cactus. Yes. Wait, Hive, who is the cactus developer? Do I know them? I mean, not personally, but have they done any games that I know? Fuck's sakes. Bisco, please. You're kind of, you know, like you've got the chance here. Not a great chance, but still a chance nonetheless. Oh shit. Fuck. Fuck, fuck, fuck. I hate you. I hate you. No. Don't mean to pressure, but you have both Cactus and Fish Gun in the same run. Both mine and Cult Master's hopes and dreams are riding on this. I mean... we'll do our best. We'll do our absolute best. I want to win. Oh, you are a mimic. And you just gave me a... That's not what I needed. I'm sorry. Portable turret, you're very cute. Like 100% super cute, but it's not gonna win me anything. Oh, excuse me? I did not see that, dude. Turret's not bad under literally every other circumstance. Yeah, I mean, I like turret. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, it's very cute, and most of the times that's how I choose the items that I pick up anyways. But this is not one of those times. Okay, there's lots of things that are trying to kill me. And I need them to not. I don't know, we've got a lot of stuff on the... I mean, I think it's gotta be the fish. Mostly because, like, we've got a lot of cactus rounds. But I could definitely use more health. I think the health would be optimal. We could get away with the armor. And I probably will grab some of that armor from the shop, just to be safe, but that's my own rocket. I got freaked out by my own rocket. It's okay. We're okay. Maybe. I got a banjo? It's a really special loot. It has purple pros. I don't know what that means. We're gonna try it out. Oh, it's a U loot. That's not so good. I can't afford any of that, so like whatever. Just gonna bounce it. Does it play green sleeves? I can't tell. It doesn't seem very good, so... Gold amulet, I'd say steel, but I don't know our curse level. Our curse level is, I think, 5? It's not good. Really, when you get down to it. Alright, there's our dragon. So, I'm gonna bounce back and... With Pass Bullet, you'll either deal with Hell or Super Hell. I mean, neither of those sounds like a good option to me. But I guess we're just gonna have to deal with it. I mean, we might not even get there. Let's be honest. There's a lot of stuff going on screen. And it's a little bit difficult for me to deal with. Shit. Okay. I'm actually getting slowed down. Okay. That was a good run. That was actually like a really solid run. A little bit too much on screen at any given time for me to kind of focus. It's a deserved double poodle. I will 100% take the double poodle on that one. I deserve it. I enjoyed the run. Like it was a really fun, solid run. But like we poodled it. That's fair. Now I am gonna take a really quick break, get myself a little bit of water down my water hole, and we'll be back in just about 5 minutes. Oh, we are back. Genshin update. Never got Zongli, but was ridiculously close to Pity, so I got Albedo basically instantly. I don't know Albedo. Kronos, I actually deleted my Genshin account. I know, but had to make room. Oh, DJ, it is wonderful to see you. I hope you are very well today. I hope that life is treating you very kindly with all the gentleness that you deserve. We are going to do some more Gungeon. Keep modifiers, absolutely. Gonna try to do like one more chunky run. I don't know if we're gonna do like a 3-hour stream tonight because the brain meats have been very squiggly recently. So there's that. But I'd like to get at least 2 hours in. We'll see how this works out. Albedo is an alchemist from Mondstadt. Sucrose is his assistant, and he looks after Cleve. I mean, Sucrose is pretty badass. I don't know if she needs to assist anyone. I think she needs assistance. In both noun forms. I heard there's a new area in Genshin. Did they open up the Electrolord's domain? The evil shogun of Doom who is stealing people's visions? Not that that's gonna make me like re-download Genshin, just kind of wondering if it's happened yet. Area's Dragon Spire, which is the snow mountain in the Mondstadt region. Oh, Alice! Hey, how you doing? I hope life is treating you very well. I hope it's being very gentle on you. As gentle as you deserve. We're just we're just gungeoning and basically trying not to think too much about The Last of Us 2 because shameful gaming news. So I was really drunk on Christmas. I was like extremely fall down drunk on Christmas, and I woke up with a copy of The Last of Us 2, which the receipt assured me, at least, was very cheap. So the stock must have dropped pretty quick in Japan, and also used, which is an important point for me, because I don't want to give Neil Druckmann any more money than he's already getting. It was cursed. I mean, it was Christmas, so like it had to be cursed. It's a lot. I mean, I'm still very early on in the game, and I am kind of regretting everything. On the one hand, I feel bad for picking up Last of Us 2. On the other hand, I feel good for supporting Naughty Dog for the implementing of all of the over 60 accessibility features they implemented. I just wanted it to be another game. Not unfair, and that is, like, there's a point in that. That at the very least, Naughty Dog did a really solid job of making sure accessibility features were accessible, implemented properly. I could just play Nekonavi instead. You know, like, I think that my laptop could actually play Neko Navy, so I should do that. It is entirely possible for a vision-impaired player to finish Last of Us 2. That is interesting. That is very interesting. I know that they've got a lot of text-to-speech features, which is really cool. I haven't needed to use them because honestly, I don't think it would help me particularly, but I'm glad that they're there. Jetpack. Nail gun. I don't want it, but I want the jetpack. Although, speaking of speech, there are times when Dina and Ellie are talking, and I can't tell which character is saying what thing. They have very similar voices, and I kind of wish they didn't. Also, I'm finding that the game, and while, like I said, it is still very early on, I'm only on Seattle Day 1, but I think towards the end of Seattle Day 1, but if your game is, like, your theme, the thing that you're trying to say in your game is that revenge is bad. You know, it's not a deep theme. It's not a deep story. But, you know, you're going with this revenge is bad thing. Maybe not making the main character into, like, a murder-happy monster would help with that theme. Because I just keep thinking, so, like, Ellie's whole gig here... spoilers, by the way, in case anybody's not played or is not interested in playing Last of Us 2. Joel gets gacked pretty early on, and you know what? He deserves it. Like, straight up, like, because Joel's a monster. That's his whole gig in Last of Us Part 1, is he's a complete, total monster. So, but now Ellie is motivated to go and get justice. I don't get, like, that at all, but whatever. I guess revenge is justice. And in order to get this justice, she's, like, basically killing everyone. Like, it's really brutal. Almost amusingly so. And I'm just wondering, like, do these characters also have families? Hopes, dreams, loved ones? Because basically I'm just murdering the living shit out of everybody. And that's a whole thing. I'm just saying it kind of undercuts the theme. Just a little bit. The game is queer suffering for 20 hours. For the point of saying revenge is bad. Yeah, like, I haven't gotten to the expressly queer suffering yet. Although I'm sure it's in the post. I know the broad outlines of the story. Like, I've seen various video takes, and I've kind of been in on the discourse of the story, so I kind of know how it plays out. So I know the suffering is in the post. I know it's going to be there eventually. From all accounts, the narrative gets worse and worse. Like, we talked about this a little bit with Japan Sinks 2020, and although the focus is different, I think the issue is the similar, that they, I feel like they don't. Oh, Des! I don't know, Des, but it's so wonderful that you're here, and I'm really glad that you're here. Um, like, I feel like they don't know what tone they want with their story. So, like, you've got this cute, quirky, meet cute. Ellie hooks up with Dina, and they're kind of they're banging a little bit, but you know, not too much. And they got the jokes, and Dina is kind of in the Ellie position from Last of Us 1, where she tells the goofy jokes that Ellie's kind of laughing at, and so there's that. Okay, so like you've got that, and that's cool. I like Dina, and I kind of like Ellie's relationship with Dina that I've seen so far, but there's issues. But there's that point. But then, as DJ mentioned, like you've got it's in this fantasy apocalypse where everyone has to be ruthless, and this is an issue that I had with Joel in Last of Us Part 1. I can't imagine Joel's life beyond the game. That might sound weird, but it's a complaint that I've had about other media, and it's come up before. Like, when you look at villains in comic books, and you can't see what they do on their off days. There's no hook there for them to actually have a full life as a believable character. And Joel's like very much like that, and everybody is very much like that in The Last of Us 2, and also in The Last of Us 1, where it's like I don't see how these characters move on from day to day doing the things, the absolute ruthless, hideous, horrible things that they do on the day to day. Like, what are they living for? I don't get it. And so, like, you've got those two pieces that are kind of thrown together, and it's very uneven in how the story is told to us, where it's like, oh, these characters are cute, like, we should enjoy their girl trip discovering love, but also stabbing the living fuck out of everybody who gets in our way. Oh no! Papillon, see horses down the road. Been on lockdown too long. See those horses, Des? See those horses and enjoy them. I think I figured out the child account thing on PS4, but it's totally silly, counterintuitive, and poor user journey experience. So it's typical for Sony. That kind of sums it up, really. Alice says, it still kills me finding out that the song Ellie plays a guitar in one scene is a Pearl Jam song, which is probably the reason Eddie Vedder was in the Game Awards. That's weird. Although, you mentioned that, and Pearl Jam is one of the few things I've seen so far in Last of Us 2 that actually, like, is from the real world. The only other thing that's showed up so far is some Naughty Dog games. There's an actual PlayStation 3 and like Jak and Daxter 2, which means that Naughty Dog is canonically existing in the Last of Us setting, which is odd, and I don't know how I feel about that 100%. Also, the fact that Neil Druckmann gave himself his own card in the collectathon, like, get your cards thing. He's a villain, by the way. and he just wants his evil automatons to be treated respectfully. It's very strange. Have you come across the girl who has a Vita? No. I haven't, and that feels very weird. There's a girl who plays a Vita. And you kill her too. Like, this is the thing, it's just that Ellie is a monster. She's like, I don't get why they felt like they needed to go in this direction with the character. Like, that was Joel's bit. I don't think it was a good bit, but I could kind of see it. Like, okay, you've got this guy, he provides for his family, he lost his wife, possibly to divorce, we're not sure, they never bring it up. His daughter is killed, and so he, you know, just basically throws his humanity away, and he's just gonna be the monster. That's gonna be his thing. And he does. And the story of The Last of Us 1 is kind of, I think, an undeserved, but is a bit of a redemption arc for that character. He learns to love again. Ellie is clearly a replacement goldfish. He doesn't really respect her agency, except when it benefits him. I'm thinking about, like, the bit in Pittsburgh where she shoots somebody and he decides to give her a gun. But, like, okay, so that's his thing. And it feels like that narrative arc is largely completed. And the one thing that I would say for Naughty Dog, for their storytelling, that I do think that they nailed the landing on the first game. That the bit, and it's almost exactly from The Godfather, where Kate is badgering Michael about, like, the things that he's doing, and she's sure that he's a bad person, and Michael's like, you can ask me this one time, and I will tell you the truth, but we're never going to talk about this again. And she's like, are you becoming like your father? And he's like, no. And he lies to her straight dead in the face, like just a straight lie. And they cut the shot, and he goes into the back room to do his mob stuff. And it's Last of Us 1's ending is almost exactly that. Ellie's like, Joel, I'm going to ask you this one thing, I'm going to ask you one time, and I want you to tell me the truth. Like, the things that you said happened at the Firefly headquarters, is that true? And Joel lies to her directly in her face, bold-faced lie. But, like, the final cut on her face, it feels like she's got it and is processing that. Like, how she wants to move on from that point in the future. And, like, none of that is addressed. Kronos says, sorry about that. Shake my head. Hold on a second, I've got a bunch of stuff. Alice says, Naughty Dog doesn't understand that Vita means life. Fair enough. Kronos says, you missed my earlier comment that I said jokingly talk about Uncharted, how you play the hero that kills hundreds of dudes regularly, but Last of Us suffers more because of the context of the story. I mean, you're not wrong, Kronos. And that's, like, a thing. Like, I have, personally, the closer that games get to reality, like, in reality I mean to say a world that is largely our world, the more I have trouble playing characters that are strictly evil, which is one of the reasons why I don't play any of the Grand Theft Auto games, because they honestly make me really uncomfortable. It's something like Borderlands 2, where it's fantasy. Everybody is evil, and people joke about murder, and it's like a hoot. Like, yeah, but to kind of bring it into a more realistic setting, a more quote-unquote real-world setting, and it's like distinctly off-putting. Des says I ended up not liking Ellie. I've got the feeling I'm probably gonna end up there myself, Des. Like, I wouldn't be shocked. Hive says, what do you expect from a company that used to have a woman on their logo and had a game where you could enter a cheat code, show the woman on the logo topless? I didn't know that, Hive. That is new cursed knowledge, and I thank you for bringing that knowledge to me. Bringer of cursed knowledge strikes again. I mean, it's, you know, we've all got to have a gimmick, I guess. I don't play Ubisoft games as from Kronos for that reason. Realism in every corner. Also, just don't like supporting Ubisoft. Especially after this year, Kronos, I think that that's a really good call. I mean, like, all of the AAA companies, or at least what would fall under the broad umbrella of AAA, I think these days, have probably got some pretty ugly skeletons in their closet. But, like, Ubisoft skeletons are out of the closet, so yeah, I would be, I think, fairly uncomfortable, like, supporting them as a company these days. That child account rubbish, I'll explain. Kids locked out of Lego games rated age 3 to 7. Try changing the age rating level to... Hold on a second. Try changing the age rating level to age 10, still locked. Try age 12 plus and games unlocked. It makes no sense. Like going to the movies and the guy goes, what age are you? I'm 7. The film's rated 7. Guy says, no, sorry, you have to be 12. Come back in 5 years. But it says age 7? That's, like... That whole journey, I kind of caught the end of that last night, Des, and it doesn't make any sense why they would have had it set up that way. Cross is just very exhausting. Every Ubisoft game seems to suffer one-size-fits-all formula. What is the last Ubisoft game I played? Ubisoft did Rayman, right? Like the weird... we'd really like this to be a mascot character. The arms and legs are not connected to the actual body. The kids have been very patient waiting to play. At the very least, like, your kids are understanding. I don't know if I would have had that patience when I was that age. They created a massively innovative and ambitious system and then stuck it into a normal Ubisoft open world game and ruined everything. Like, if that's not just if that's not an apt summary of AAA development, I don't know what is. Far Cry 5 for like 40 minutes, Huh, what do you know? Oh wait, I remember playing Far Cry 3 for like 2 hours and stopped. Yeah, that was alright. Years later, Far Cry 4 for like 1.5. And I'm guessing it was like basically exactly the same thing? Have I done this before? I mean, yeah. I haven't played the Far Cries, but I mean, that feels not unsimilar to what I'm going through with The Last of Us 2. I've locked the PSN network. The store purchases and password protect everything with two-factor verification. Alright, so, like, hopefully, basically, it's safe. Don't want any accidental purchases. Like, that's a giant mood. Des. And definitely a smart move. Again, just kind of thinking back to my own childhood, but I don't really think I would have understood money qua money. Especially if it was magic money that came out of a card, where I could just, like, put in a number and get thing. They can't accidentally start up, say, Killing Floor or mass murdering games. I mean, there's always Isaac. I'm not sure what Peggy rating Isaac is, but, you know, it's there. There's the murder. I did realize that I did the tweet, because I guess that's what I do, but when and if Hades comes to PS4, I'll have, like, the companion game to Isaac, where I'll be able to kill my dad and my mom. Back to Last of Us 2, amazing game. Something about the characters and story that bugged me, like, and that's, it's kind of where I'm at right at this exact moment, and my feelings might shift as time goes on. Like, game qua game. Like, if we strip away all the artifice of the story and the characters and just look at it as a game, it's like, it's beautiful looking. It's tense, but not overly so, not to the point where it makes me feel uncomfortable to play action sections. I'm sure that players that are used to more fluidity in their combat might find points to complain about the combat system of Toulouse 2. But for me, like, it's a fairly solid combat system that I can engage with, and I can do it. And, like, all of that is well done. I don't want to take away positive points where they're deserved. And I do think they're deserved in those areas. But, like, you get to the story and the characters, and there's this disconnect between what it feels like they want to say, which itself is honestly fairly trite. If we still need revenge is bad stories in 2020, like, really, some folks haven't been paying attention, I guess, to history at all. But it's that mismatch, and it's frustrating. I think what you might be getting at is that everything in the game happens to forward a preconceived thesis, rather than the characters and their interactions growing organically with subtext to support it. Hive, like, I can I one of these days the plague is going to be over and I'm going to be able to send you a cupcake that won't be stale by the time that you get it, because that's a nail on the head. I feel like that's cupcake worthy. Cupcakes. I'm gonna go with that. I don't know why my brain meats just like stopped right there, but that was good. That was like apparently decided to be non-functional. Okay, but also the Bullet King, and kinda not a fan. Oh, crumbs. Well, that's fudged. Oh, buggery. In the meantime, I've been mucking about in Second Life and feeling a bit dysphoric. Yeah, I saw, like, we talked a little bit about that. I, I think in DMs? I don't know. 'Cause, like, you know, I don't know anything. Um, it, yeah, like, that's a mood. Hive. I can dig it. Is there anything that, is there anything I could do to kind of help with that? Maybe, possibly not, but, like, if there is, I'd like to do that. VR chat models the body to a higher degree of fidelity. Huh. Okay. I remember seeing a comment regarding Spec Ops: The Line and Tulu 2. Spec Ops: The Line wanted to tell a story. The Last of Us 2 wanted to preach. That's, you know, like, Kronos, I think that's a pretty good summary as well. I didn't play Spec Ops: The Line. Um, so, but I mean, I know the discourse around it, so I'm familiar with that. Um, like it feels, I feel like you've got a point there that Tulu 2 is not really, at least so far, is not really telling a story, but is like, it's pounding down, this is the point. You need to dig this point, and it's like, dude, I dug that point ages ago. That's like the easiest point in the world. Hive says, given that not safe for work content is, hold on a second. Not safe for work content is a thing. The body models bits that other games would not. Okay, and I'm reminded my body is different. That's a giant mood. Hi, that's a super giant mood. And also, you are 100% welcome to Galaxy Brain for a moment and voice an incredibly unpopular opinion. I've got my boots on metaphorically because I'm in my house, so I don't wear my boots in my house, but you know what I mean. DJ, you trimmed your beard. Nice. Do we get to see a picture of low bearded DJ? Because that would be really cool if you're comfortable with that. If you're not, like, don't feel like you need to, but no, if you are. Des says, I always wonder when I read stories of kids spending thousands on their parents' credit card and PSN, Apple, Xbox, etc. Why don't you just password protect and two-factor everything? I mean, I ignorance or plain lack of common sense, or just never knew about it. I I would, if I had to guess, Des, probably 2 and 3 from that set of categories. Like, I think it's, if something hasn't happened to you yet, it's it can be easy to think it won't. And then when it does, you're basically kind of fucked. I Yeah, I'm guessing that's probably it. Like, something in that range. They've never run into this problem. They probably know that the problem exists in a theoretical sense. Like, a lot of things exist in a theoretical sense, but until it actually brushes up against them, they don't think it's going to be their problem. It's not going to be their kids that spend like a couple $1,000 or pounds on microtransactions. Hive says my ranking of games that are punishing to the player for wanting to engage in a particular narrative, but go from least didactic to most didactic. Kane and Lynch 2, Spec Ops: The Line, and Toulouse 2. I'm not familiar enough with Kane and Lynch 2. Now, when you say that it's very interesting that you use the word didactic there. And didactic is like one of my it's a big word for me. I just like it. And diegesis, I like those words a lot. But when you use it there, do you mean that the Kane and Lynch 2 punishes players from outside of the plot? Because that's kind of what it feels like to me. Because when I think of didactic and diegesis, that it's something that's occurring within the physics of the story. Like, it's within the world, it's bounded by the world, it makes sense for the world. And Chrono says, seeing stories about children spending thousands on a game saddens me to no end. I've spent real money on game content when I was a child, but I've always asked my parents if it was okay, and the content was guaranteed and always below $20. Yes. Which is, I mean, absolutely good. That thumbs up is deserved there. Oh, Panda! Welcome, Panda. We're in, like, story time mode today, I guess. 'Cause that's a thing. I will play Night in the Woods. I have Night in the Woods, and it's on my laptop. Somebody gave it to me as a present, and I never finished it. Oh, Spines! Hey, yo! I hope that life is treating both you and Panda very, very well. I hope that it's being gentle on you. You both deserve it. And I will keep in mind that Night in the Woods gets really heavy, but after Toulouse 2, probably everything's going to be like kind of feather duster. Chrono says, I swear I've evaporated when I said guaranteed content. Things have gotten so bad. It's like trying to boil a frog by slowly raising the heat. You're not wrong, Chronos. You're not wrong. It got so heavy so fast at the end. And Ludo's... Oh my god, Ludo's here too. Everybody's here, and I'm just, like, trying to find the way to take my break. Ludo says, It's just as heavy as the circumstances surrounding its creation. That's super dark. Yeah, Ludo, that's pretty dark. Night in the Woods gets really heavy because there's really heavy stuff happening to very relatable characters in really realistic and relatable ways. Like, it's small town problems and personal problems. Um, I've got background. That should hit home for me. I don't know if I want it to, but it should. That is one thing. One thing that I thought that Toulouse 1 did very well. I've been thinking about this a lot recently, and it's the way that I interact with game spaces and not nostalgia. Like, that's not the feeling that I want to convey. It's not a feeling of comfort or a sense of loss for a better time in the past. Most of my memories of the past, not great. But, like, the sense of familiarity in game spaces really connects with me a lot. There are some towns in Toulouse 1 where I feel very much like I've been to that place. The street design is familiar. The way that the houses are set up, the way that the architecture is familiar. It's one of the reasons that I gave so much rope to Persona 5 because, like, particularly the initial area, like your neighborhood in Persona 5, like, I feel like I know that place. I feel like I've walked down those streets. And that is not without merit for me as an experience. Hive says, Kane Lynch 2 punishes players by setting up a particular crime story and repeatedly pulling out the rug from under the player and implicating the player organically in the terrible decisions. And an interesting, excuse me, an interesting counterpoint to Spec Ops The Line, you end up traveling upwards while navigating the city and find out that the ugliness is everywhere. The game does not at all lecture the player. Oh, okay. All right. So I buggered I buggered didactic and diegesis. I've conflated the two terms. They are not the same. They just start with dies. Um, so there's a slight amount of egg on my face. Panda, please sleep. I wish that you could hang out longer, but I would rather that you get yourself a solid 1,000 hours of sleep. Spec Ops: The Line starts off as a typical mediocre mid-budget third-person shooter before diving deeper and deeper into miserableism, and the player keeps descending. Each level takes place at a lower elevation than the previous level. The game goes out of its way to make sure the player gets its point, but it does go surreal and into a bit of psychological horror. Huh. Like, it has loading screen tips that say, do you feel like a hero yet? And this is all your fault. So directly calling out the player for things that they're doing. Which is a bit heavy-handed, but Ludus says, I found a positive approach to examining my own nostalgia is to use it as a way to remember who I was back in the day more than glorifying the good old days. I mean, there's so much of that I don't remember, Ludo. Like, I remember stories because I've told myself these stories, and I'm fairly certain they're true. Like, I have enough corroborating evidence that they're true, but, like, I don't really remember who I was when I was a kid, and I don't 100% know that I care to find out. And to summarize the last bit from Hive, The Last of Us 2 is literally contorting the narrative and its characters because it has a point to make, damn it! The Last of Us is Requiem for a Dream. Take from that what you will, but that's a condemnation. I hated Requiem for a Dream, Ludo. Like, so that is a fairly strong condemnation. Like, I think Requiem for a Dream is an intensely ugly film that just it feels like it has no purpose but to brutalize the audience in the most heavy-handed drugs or bad K, like 1980s dare apologia bullshit. Hive, I hate that. Like, I hate that. I never actually saw that film. Even got it from Netflix on DVD and didn't end up watching. I mean, it's one of those movies, Buttons. I don't know like how much that particular type of film exists now because I'm not really in movie discourse that much anymore. But it's like one of those movies where it's like you challenge yourself to watch it, and people would like challenge you to watch it. Like, have you seen Requiem for a Dream? Like, have you experienced this thing? And it's like, yeah, I have, and it sucks. Like, it's miserable. And there's a couple of points in the movie that I think kind of stand out in delivering a particular type of emotional message, and so they work within that framework, but taken as a whole, it's 2 hours I would rather have back in my life, honestly. Have you seen Requiem for a Dream? There are better movies to puff out your chest about being able to endure. I mean, you're not wrong. Honestly, you're not wrong. Button says I was in art school, and there was definitely a trend at the time of seeking out deeply fucked up movies, mostly indie movies, but just whatever messes up the audience. Like, I'm not sure, like, what gap we have between our particular school experiences, but that definitely felt like a thing when I was in uni and in that kind of the slightly post uni era. Luda says I learned just yesterday that Darrenofsky got the rights for Perfect Blue just so he could rip off the screaming in the bathtub scene. For fucking real? Like, that's just, I just throw up my hands at that point. Black Swan is Perfect Blue. Fuck. I mean, it's a much lesser Perfect Blue, Hive, but I don't think you're wrong. I think that definitely the case could be made. Nolan and Aronofsky are mostly just plagiarizing Satoshi. That's just how it be. Well, I mean, if you're gonna plagiarize someone, you might as well plagiarize someone with talent. Here's a movie to avoid: Mother. Mother! Inception did the thing too. Yeah! Actually, that's not a bad point. That's not a bad point. Look, I don't wanna pause here, but I do need to get some water down my throat because I feel the cough coming on. Um, Paprika is such a better Inception, like, without a doubt. But Paprika has got its own issues. It's definitely got its own issues. Um, I don't like how Paprika treats its morbidly obese character. Not in the medical sense, but I think that that's how that they were designing that character type. But that's a different thing. I need water. Gonna take a break. I'll be back in 5 minutes. We'll continue the movie discussion, and I will get at least one more run in before my brain meets completely squiggle apart. But we'll be back. Alright, we are back, and it's a surprise, Claire. Also, I hope you are well. I hope that life is treating you gently. This like gotten like a movie talk type of thing, and then it just happened. Did I miss anything? Prestige is probably the only Nolan I watched that at least has some has the least soullessness. Memento is okay, I guess. Maybe Nolan could used to work with smaller budgets again. Memento has Joe Padalino in it, which I appreciate because I think he's a good actor that I generally enjoy seeing in movies and have enjoyed ever since seeing in Goonies, which is extremely problematic, but he at least is fairly good in Goonies. How am I today? Claire, I'm better right now. Let's go with that. I'm happy to be here. I'm glad I decided to do the stream tonight. Was kind of up in the air, but it's worked out really well. So that's good. Alice says, Galaxy Brain move, not to get sued for ripping off a scene from a movie, buy the legal film rights, and then you can't get sued. Apparently, it worked for Aronofsky. Memento's clever. I think that's what I could say about Memento Hive. And it uses its conceit largely well. I think it's still a relatively mean-spirited movie. And I'm finding myself with less patience for that type of film. But, like, it works. Broadly speaking, I think it works. Yay for happy streams. Absolutely. Got to do, like, movie/game story talk, and that's always something that I feel completely unprepared for, but also deeply enjoy. So, there's that. Chrono says I woke up to the stream and was gonna go back to sleep after this, but darn, I'm not tired anymore. Is that good? Chronos? I'm glad? Question mark? I hope I am not robbing you of what precious sleep that you get. My sleep schedule has basically been fudged. Like, yeah, I think that's the best word that we could use for it. I guess I could sink a few hours in that drawing. We've got giant turtles. That's all that matters, is that we have giant turtles. Lisa always says stream might be short, but then she does like 3 hours, which I'm not complaining about. We'll see. We'll see how it goes tonight, Ludo. Like, I honestly enjoy the longer streams. I just don't know if I'm good for it tonight. Which I guess is basically the same thing that we always say, but, you know, it's true, so. But I will do my best. Do my best to do my duty to God and country and obey the scout law and help other people at all times. Keep myself physically fit, mentally strong, and morally awake. Fucking scouts? Like, what even? Morally awake? Like, what does that even mean? I don't know. Gecko! Scout law, yo! You know, like, it's a very weird feeling sometimes to be able to say that I was an Eagle Scout as, like, a trans lass. But it was part of my history, so we can't really escape it. People need stories that convince them that they are morally awake. Maybe? Quite possibly? That reminds me, Super Nintendo Land, the best part about Super Nintendo Land is watching Miyamoto talk about it. When this whole plague is finished, Wow, Hive, that's a take. I mean, you're not wrong, but that's a whole kind of take. And I hate it, but it's maybe true. When this plague stops being a plague, which is looking to be ever more distant in the future, I am totally gonna hit up Super Nintendo Land, and I'm gonna probably throw some form of beverage on Harry Potter Land, you know, because I could do both in the same trip. I really want to see. I want to see. I dropped in during the hot. Kittens! Kittens, how you doing? Can't stick around for too long because I need it elsewhere. Just want to stop and say hi. It is so good to see you, and I'm glad that you're doing well. I hope. Are you doing well? I think. We got a bomb. Someone set us up the bomb. And yes, it's perfectly okay if you've got other stuff, then do the other stuff. But you know, thank you for dropping by. Wait, Hive? What, fucking real? Hive? No shit! Fucking Hive, yo! I'm doing a little dance for you, Hive, cause you know, like, you know, cause it's a thing. I thought there was the happier version of the HRT, so, like, but I'm still doing a little dance, cause you know, I can. Also, I'm glad that you're. Hold on a second. I don't want to take damage here. This was like the worst time to possibly have like a tender moment. I'm glad that you're feeling more energetic and less done with life. So there's that. Gecko says my partner has hyperthyroid and her medication usually comes from India, and the pandemic messed it up, and it's been overdue by months now. Oh, jeepers and gosh. Is your partner okay? And thank you, kittens. We're doing our best, keeping the time zones wonderful. Time zones, yo, like just time zones. She's on some replacement thyroid stuff, but she hasn't been feeling great. I mean, there's not much to be. Oh, for fucks. Well, okay, fine. I messed that up. Take a bomb. I mean, I guess can't. There's not much to be done because of the pandemic aspect of that, but I do hope that it gets sorted relatively soon, or at least as soon as one could possibly expect. No, gosh, no. Please, by all means, Gecko. There's no pity parties in our house. Everybody's got stuff that they're dealing with, and that deserves to be recognized. So you're all good. Gamma ray, it's a mean green beam. It's not what we needed, honestly. It's certainly not what we wanted. But it's what we're stuck with, so, like, fuck it, let's just do it. Now, there was something I feel like I wanted to buy, but I don't know if we got the dosh for it. Oh, a stinger! Oh, we could totally buy it! I love it. I mean, Neko Navy is, it's kind of a, it's like a, it's a kiddie party. So, you know, it rhymes, I guess. Have I ever thought of streaming Neko Navy? Wait, Hive, is that to me or is that to Kronos? Because I've definitely thought about streaming Neko Navy, but I don't currently have the ability. That was to Kronos. Kronos, when are you going to stream Neko Navy? We could all jump up in your chat and say completely goofy things. I would if Daydream Edition was on Steam. Oh, because Daydream Edition is the one that's got the, like, the infinite on it. Unless I'm forgetting, which is a thing that happens often. Alright, I feel like we're in some form of groove here. Even if it's not the kind of groove that gets us master rounds, it might be the kind of groove that gets us some negligible bit of success. And I like that. I'm a big fan of negligible success. I think that's going to be the name of my post-emo hardcore band. I haven't quite decided yet, though. Also, I'm not sure exactly what sound post-emo has, so there's that also. Triple gun. Bullet the Stampede. I don't know how I feel about this Trigun reference in my Gungeon. Are we getting Animu? There's some Animu going on here. Wait, are you dead? Why is it dead? Trailer here for the confusingly curious. It does have endless mode and with a bangin' BGM, which the original does not have. Gotcha. Wait, what? Why are you... Why do I have a big block of death? I mean, I love it, but also I don't get it. It's post-horn instrumental accompanied by lyrics. That's post-emo. Oh, I'm dying. I can't afford to die. Like Jesse the Body Ventura? We ain't got time to bleed? I will buy Batman's belt. I really want the AK-47, but we don't have the keys for it. Get the Blockner gun? Wait, why? I'm here to posit that post-emo is what most people can count as emo these days, given that emo is just an offshoot of hardcore punk. And hold on a second. I can't read the rest of it right at the moment. Emo is just an offshoot of hardcore punk and then evolved into its own thing. Wait, the Blockner gun is infinite ammo. What? Yeah, sure, I'll get you freaking map. What's the name of your band? What is the name of my band? I've already forgotten, Hive. It should have been unintended consequences, but that wasn't the thing that I said. I said a different thing, and now I don't remember what it was. I'm sure it was funny at the time, though. Oh, crumbs. Triple gun is cooler. I mean, I don't get it, but I'll take it. Mostly because it's free. If I'm in a band, I want it to be named either Trashmonger or Reproductive Cough. I mean, Reproductive Cough might be a little bit too real right now, Hive. I like Trashmonger a lot, though. Somebody must have made, like, an AI band name generator. That has to be a thing that exists. And if not, can I monetize it? Because I would like the monies. Do I not remember the fun times of Triple Gun? I mean, Kronos, I hate to say it, but no. There's an AI metal band name generator on Twitter. Ooh. Ooh. Silver bullets. We are blessed. Our metal is blessed. Hegemony rifle. All I'll say is it's absolute best with low ammo. So I probably shouldn't have ammoed it up, I suppose. Oh, Gorgon! That's lucky. Oh, crumbs. That was not lucky. Hold on a second. I will look at the chat in a... Okay, we fucked that. Thank you, Gorgon. You... The only floor 2 boss that I consistently perfect, and this is what I get. Eat snakes. Oh, this is not good. Oh, this is bad. That's... I can't hit anything. Why, though? Why am I incapable of hitting a single non-moving target? Please, but also die. Fuck it! I just... I hate it. That was terrible. That was totally poodles. That was absolutely 100% poodles, and I deserve all the dogs in chat. Oh, the previous one was garbage. Like the previous one, that was conceivably winnable, but not really well set up. Where is my mind? Do. Apparently. Frank Black, thank you very much for just gaffling my mind, apparently. All right though, but actually, what a weird one tonight. I think I'm gonna do the wind down. I hate to do it as early as this. I know some folks like show up late, and that's okay. Like, don't feel like you've got to show up any earlier than you're actually capable of showing up, both on a physical and mental basis. But I don't know that I've got like a full 3 in me tonight. Tomorrow night's gonna be Dreams. Yes, tomorrow night's gonna be Dreams, and then Sunday night, big question marks in the air about Little Big Planet, because LBP Me is down, and it has been down for over a month now, which kind of makes me worried that this is like a stealth, we're gonna kill this game off. Tomorrow is Dreams, because Dreams should have been on Sunday, but Sunday was fucked. So then that means that the Dreams is gonna come on tomorrow instead, and then the upcoming Sunday is gonna be Little Big Planet, I hope. Like, I still don't know what's going on with that game, and I hope they get it fixed, but who can say? This was a good one. We got some good, like, movie discourse in, and I got to get some stuff off my chest about Toulouse 2, which I really wanted to do. And just seeing everyone tonight was a lot. The good kind of a lot, not the bad kind of a lot. It was the good kind of a lot, but it was a lot. So thank you all. Please all do be taking care of yourselves, and if there's anybody in your circle that needs care and you have the spoons to give it to them, then maybe spend a spoon and help out where you can, because that's basically how we get anything done. But from me, Risco, here in Osaka, to all of you out there, wherever you may happen to be, thank you, arigato, sayonara, see you, and ciao.